Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh is calling for regulations on ghost guns. They're becoming increasingly popular amongst criminals. Sean Streicher has more on what Frosh is calling a very dangerous situation.
A ghost gun is essentially a homemade gun. You order the parts online and you assemble it at home. They're easy to get, they're hard to trace, and they're becoming increasingly popular amongst criminals.
The quadruple shooting in Germantown last week that left one dead is just one of the most recent examples of the dangers of ghost guns. Weapons that are ordered online as kits and assembled at home. They have no serial number and background checks are not required to buy one.
We know that crime's going up, and we know that criminals are choosing these guns because...
Maryland's Attorney General Brian Frosh is now joining AGs from around the country and calling on the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms to finalize regulations that would classify ghost guns as firearms.
I hope that the ATF will take swift action, will adopt regulations that require these guns to be serialized, require the people who purchase them to abide by state laws that in turn require the people to pass a test that shows that they're qualified to own a handgun.
Earlier this year, WJZ anchor Vic Carter sat down with Baltimore City Police Commissioner Michael Harrison to discuss ghost guns in Baltimore.
In 2020, that 126 was a big jump from 19. It's a 400% increase. So it's a new phenomenon starting in 19 that we started seeing that really jumped to 126.
Frosh says it's not just a problem in Maryland, but across the country as well.
You can see the trend. Criminals have figured out that these are guns, number one, that they can get, and number two, that can't be traced back to them.
And he hopes the regulations they're calling for the ATF to implement, along with state laws, will help change that trend.
Now you may be wondering why these kits even exist. Well, there are groups out there that use these kits as hobbies. Frosh says they don't want to make them illegal, but says the regulations will make it so that these individuals will have to show they are qualified and legally able to own a gun.